close to 20 years, and we've uncovered a lot during this time period. One of the reasons why I got into the paranormal was I've just had experiences my whole life. I've had extraordinary experiences nearly 20 years ago.
It wasn't until I was close to my early 20s until I really decided that I wanted to actually investigate, because I had this very curious background all my life. I've always wanted to know more about the paranormal, what makes things tick. So there was always that feeling like I was called to do it to help people.
This involves seeing a lot of things. It also involves staying in haunted hotels, investigating haunted hospitals.
I remember rolling over one night, and I know it wasn't anxiety because I rolled over just like I always do and laid on my belly, and I always put my hand on the side. That particular night, I was very comfortable, leaned over, but something grabbed me, and it tried to yank me through the wall because my head was banging on the wall.
It's kind of hard for people who have never done this to really understand why we do this.
So I was very alarmed that night, rolled over, and from that moment on, I always knew something was out there.
And I can tell you it's because when you witness and you experience the types of paranormal things that we've seen, it just draws you in, plain and simple. We want to see more, we want to experience more. I was always researching. I bought just about every book on the subject. I was security police. I worked at a top secret base in California, rocket base, and I used to work graveyard shifts.
And I was raised in a very religious family, very religious background. So I have that close connection with God.
A lot of times, some of these situations are scary, but at the same time, they just reach out and they grab your curiosity. But I was always very skeptical. I was always like, okay, ghost stories are really cool to read. But I kept thinking, I was like, okay, all these experiences I'm reading, are these things really happening to people? All of a sudden, I turn, I look, and I see my grandmother sitting on the edge of the bed. I didn't know if I was imagining it. I kind of shifted my head. When I looked back, it was gone. And I call up, and the first thing she tells me, she goes, "Have you heard?" And I was like, "Heard what?" And she's like, "Dan, I'm sorry to tell you, your grandmother passed away this morning." Evidence like through EVP's electronic voice phenomenon. This again is a process by which we capture voice responses which we believe are from the other side with electrical audio devices. These types of things are amazing. They just, when you hear your first authentic EVP, it just grabs you and it again pulls you in. If you do this right, you will know without a doubt that that is an authentic EVP. By gathering authentic EVPs, we are able to put ourselves closer to the other side. And it's believed that we are establishing what we call spirit communication. Good, clear EVP, and to rule out any possibilities of natural occurrence while doing this, you do have to have control measures in place. This involves trying to control any outside noise interference in any possible way that you can. This also involves tagging any natural noises, whether it be voice, whether it be other things, other people, vehicles, anything like that, the wind, anything along those lines. As long as you tag these things while you're recording, it's easy to go back upon listening and determine if what you were hearing was caused by a natural response or if it was caused by more a have a paranormal response. When we go in and we analyze our EVPs, we are trying to determine without a doubt if it is paranormal or not. And that involves trying to use deductive reasoning and strict analysis to rule out any possibilities of natural. If you've done this as a serious paranormal researcher, you can without a doubt, if you've done your homework, you can come out and say that the EVP that you got is authentic. There are going to be skeptics that are going to try to come out and they're going to try to tell you that the paranormal doesn't exist. We can say that it does exist. The reason why a lot of things have not been captured on such a high level in proving the paranormal, evidence is just hard to acquire. When these paranormal experiences happen, they usually happen very unexpectedly. And if a researcher does not have all the given scientific instrumentation in place to record that very moment when it happens, and this involves audio recorders, video cameras, other scientific recording devices, EMF recording. If all these things are not in place at the moment, which is usually the case, then most paranormal occurrences, when they happen, the extraordinary ones, are hard to capture. And it also seems that there is some type of intelligence most of the time where they seem to know if we are setting up an environment, and they try to avoid our instruments.